Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Blue Nose Trading. My name is Tori Solis, and today I'm working on a sculpture using Laguna B3 brown clay. They say brown, but it pretty much fires black. I finished a series of work with this clay and felt it would be perfect to sculpt a dragon with. Specifically, I'm sculpting an Amphithere. Amphithere have wings, but no legs, and they tend to have relatively long bodies. This is an American dragon with legends in both North and South America. There are a small number of references to Amphithere in European lore as well. The Aztec god Quetzalcoatl was an Amphithere and a god with relations to the wind, Venus, the sun, merchants, arts, crafts, knowledge, and learning. His name means something along the lines of precious serpent in English translation. Research into lore for different mythical creatures is an immense source of inspiration for me. I am also taking some inspiration from one of my favorite video games, Ark Survival Evolved. I'm not making a dragon that's anything exactly like the game. For a start, he isn't going to have any legs, so he isn't a wyvern, but I am using the wyvern from the game as a general point of reference for size and proportion of the body and wings. I hardly ever try to make anything look precisely like anything else. The other thing already exists, and I like to put myself into my work. What I tend to do is allow the input of information to flow through myself and translate into the world through the filter of my hands with the nudgings of the universe. I leave a lot of room for flexibility in my practice and my work. My plans tend to be general and open to in-the-moment intuitive decisions. This clay was a lot softer than usual for this sculpture. This wasn't because of anything I did, it was just how the clay came out of the bag this time. And that's all fine though. It takes a slightly different touch, but it is easier to attach pieces without having to rely heavily on slip connections. The pot was dried to a firm but still somewhat soft leather. I put my pots into a damp box to soften them slightly after trimming. I feel this also helps even out the drying differences between the pot and the sculpture. If you'd like to learn how to make a damp box, I will tag that video here. When I started this sculpture, I had a general idea that I wanted to work with this black clay. I knew that I wanted the dragon to have wings, and in having no legs, he ended up being an Amphithere. The details on the face, the spikes, the shape of the tail, and other various decisions were made intuitively in the moment. This dragon manifested without much trouble at all. It actually all felt easy with this one. It felt clear how to put the spikes on and make the wings and the tail. He felt very correct. There wasn't any point where this sculpture frustrated me. For glazing this dragon, I'm using a gold metallic glaze that's performed well on several other planter pots from my series of work with this Laguna B3 clay. If you'd like to see the full series review of my past work with this Laguna B3, I will tag it for you to check out. I used a little bit of cream breaking rust applied thin in a few spots just to make them a semi-glossy chocolate that stands apart from the raw, unglazed body of the pot. I've decided to name this dragon Oscuro, which is Spanish for dark, obscured, or shadowy. I felt this was a fitting name to describe this dark beauty. He looks like the sort of dragon that would hang out in a cave protecting some manner of treasure or sacred ground. Your torchlight captures a hint of something shimmering. Is this it? Have you found the treasure? No. You gaze in horror as the giant and beastly head of the ancient guardian turns to face you, shining in the glow. As of posting this video onto my Patreon account, Oscuro is available on my website for purchase. As far as whenever this comes out on YouTube, I can't promise that he will still be there. It's possible. You can go check my website if you'd like to see. But if you'd like to make sure that you're getting first access to all of my content and my work, you should consider supporting my channel at patreon.com/bluenosetrading. Patrons get first access to all of my videos and first dibs on my ceramic work as it is being made. If you're a patron and you see something in an early access video that you like, just send me a message, and if it's still available, I can pull it aside for you early. If you'd like to hang out just to see a weekly art video, be sure to subscribe to this channel, Blue Nose Trading. I post a weekly art video every Friday at 5:30, and I post a short video looking close up at one of my pieces of work every day. Remember that you have really great ideas, that you are super important, and I hope that this week you can make some time to walk slow enough that you can see the birds and the trees. and I will see you guys next week.